Hey, Shannon.
Hey,
We are still meeting. I just figured I'd log on early so people have a chance to kind of funnel in.
okay. Oh, it's 2:30. I'm early. I thought it was at 2. My bad.
Oh, you're
I was
good.
I'm late. Awesome. So the calendar that went out shows Mustangs on the 22nd instead of the 29th.
Okay,
And I
for April.
think was the calendar got copied from February because it only shows 28 days for March.
Are you talking about the April calendar or the March calendar?
March.
Okay. Yeah, that's one Mindy created.
So
So,
there's mass confusion out there because people know it's the last Wednesday. So I've got some that are like, yeah, I'll be there on the 29th, and others who see the calendar and they're like, oh, we'll be there the 22nd.
oh no.
Like, no, it's the 29th. So I'm
Uh,
going to put something in the event, but
okay. Let me know if you want me to do an email blast. The only thing is because we're switching CRMs, there's no good way for me to email just the attendees of your event. It would go to all of Mix and Mingle. But I mean, I don't mind. Just let me know how you want me to do that because I can't edit that calendar because I'm not the one who created it.
right.
But we
Yeah,
will
we
be
made the
verifying
changes.
April's today. So just make sure I've got it on the 26th for April.
Yeah, because I think that's probably going to be the last. Yes, that would be correct.
Okay.
Because you're a rock star.
Thanks. I finally got all the automations built. So now I'm like,
Oh my God, you're amazing. Like that's a whole other business that you could sell.
yeah. No, my husband and I literally started Dallery to help Mix and Mingle and other businesses with their automations and stuff like that.
That
So
is awesome.
it has been weird though, because I'm used to just building automations for mine and knowing everything that needs to happen. It's totally different getting into the back end of somebody else's business
For
and
sure.
figuring out what they need.
Absolutely. And especially if they're not used to that, they don't necessarily know what they
Right. Hello, hello.
Hi, how are you?
Good, how are you?
Ah, I'm good.
Good.
Fixing to eat, finally.
Yeah.
Where are you at now? You little city traveler?
Hey, Channing. I'm gonna be, I have to leave right at 3. So if we're running a little late or something, I'll have to click off. I just wanted to let you know.
Okay, and I am recording this, Marla, so
Okay.
my plan is to just record them from now on. And
Okay,
then I'm just gonna email as a private YouTube link, so it won't be like live or listed. But that way, if you ever wanted to go back, you can, but
okay,
you don't have to if you were able to stay the whole time.
gotcha. Thank you. I appreciate that.
Yep, no problem.
Hello,
Hello.
how are you?
Good, how are you?
I'm good. We got quite a few on already. Yay.
Yeah, and I just emailed everybody the link again, just in case.
Okay, great. We are going to have quite a few new folks on.
We're already more new people than veterans.
Isn't that crazy? You look like a little girl for some reason, Channing. Why is that? Is it because your hair's down?
I don't know, maybe because I don't have a hat on. Here's my forehead. If anybody's not seen it yet, this is my forehead.
That's funny. Marla, how's it going?
Good, good. Doing maintaining. Just I got to be off here at 3. I got to go to the chamber for education committee.
Okay, great. Well, we try to keep it right at the half hour mark.
Yeah, Channing said she was recording it, so if I miss anything, I'll get it.
Okay, great. Good. Hello, Christina. Hey, Joe.
There you are. Hi, how are you?
Good. How are you?
I'm good. I'm finally eating. I'm starving. It's been go, go, go since 6:40 this morning. So yeah, I'm
Hey.
like, it's time to eat.
Hi, Catherine.
Joe, you doing good?
Doing good.
Thank you for hopping on.
What time is this supposed to start? 2:30 or?
2:30 and goes to 3.
Okay.
Erica, good to have you today. I haven't got to meet you,
You know,
yet.
I try not to beat myself up. I try not to beat myself up too much about this. No. Yeah, I'm talking to you. Oh, let me make sure.
You're in 2 spots. Okay, now you're
Me?
on.
I'm in 2 spots.
No, you're good.
Okay. Won't let me change my name.
What do you want it to be? Do you want it to say Nicole?
Yeah, I got it.
Okay.
Michelle, thank you for hopping on, girl.
Good to
Hey,
see
Joe.
you again. Twice in a day.
Michelle.
Hi.
No, Catherine, thanks for hopping on.
No problem.
Carol, look at you, girl. What are you doing? Looks like Carol's at a restaurant. She's silenced right now. Yeah. There you go. Now you're not upside down.
Must be what she's eating.
She might be having a drink for all we know.
It's
See?
almost happy hour time.
Emily, thanks for hopping on, girl. Let's see. Catherine, Canada, thank you for hopping on.
Of course, I'm in my car, so bear with me with
I am
spring
also.
break and 3 loud children. So
You're awesome. Nicole, good to see you again. Just a few minutes ago.
Yes, good to see you.
Pat, thank you for hopping on from Stillwater, Oklahoma.
Thank you.
Thank you. Snappy, thank you for hopping on. Snappy is our newest recruit to the Guthrie Mix and Mingle.
Oh, thank you. Excited to be here.
Good to have you. Patricia, thank you for hopping on, lady. I haven't seen you in a minute.
I know.
And she's one of the newest recruits for the South OKC chamber or
Oh,
chapter.
wow, congratulations.
Thanks.
And then we got Mr. Evan over here. Evan, thanks for hopping on.
Hey guys.
Evan and Michelle and Stephanie. I haven't seen if Stephanie's on here just yet. I'm working my way down there. I don't think she's on here yet. They are going to start the brand new downtown Edmond chapter.
I'm excited to go to that one. It'll be nice.
Super exciting. Militia, thank you for hopping on.
Hi.
Hey. Allison, good to see you twice in one day.
You.
Mr. Jim, how are you?
I'm great. How are you?
I'm great.
Awesome.
Good to see you.
You
Tim
as
Lowe.
well.
Tim Lowe, thank you for hopping on.
Welcome. Hello.
Hello. That'd be twice seeing you also today.
Yep.
Shannon, thanks for hopping on.
Good to be here.
Awesome.
Oh, that's a fun
Katara,
photo.
Katara, good to see you, girl.
You too, Sybil.
Thank you. So Carrie, Mindy, I don't know which one of it is that's on. But good to have you. And then we got Karen. Karen, good to have you, girl.
Thanks. Good to see you. I think I see someone I haven't seen in forever, but I'm going to call him Mama Joe. And if he
Yes. Joe Acosta.
I knew him as Mama Joe. I used to sell real estate with him. I was in the same office.
Oh my gosh. I'll tell you what, Joe, I think everybody knows you.
Yeah, I know him.
Okay, so what time is it? Is it
2:30?
2:30? All right, let's get this baby started. First, I want to tell everybody thank you very much for coming. I appreciate everybody taking a few minutes out of their day. We do this Mix and Mingle Mastermind once a month. What this is our check-in for starters. If there's any updates, announcements, if there's a problem, if there's certain things that are going on that's working really well for your chapter, you got questions, this is what this platform is for. We ask that one leader from every chapter hop on this call. We do it every third Thursday of the month from 2:30 to 3. So we just need at least one leader. And then if you want to all be on there, that's totally cool too. But the whole goal is I don't have time, neither does our admin team, to make a phone call to every chapter and say, hey, here's what's going on. Okay. So to start out with, Channing has a couple of things. Channing, I'm going to turn it over to you if you want to go over a couple things. Channing and her admin team now are the ones that are managing the back end of all of this for us. So if you're angry with them, you shoot darts at them, not me. No.
She's probably angry with us by now.
You might be careful though. I throw them back, so I'm just saying.
She's got tough skin, so you can give her a hard time. It's okay.
Yeah.
Channing, go for it. We really appreciate you, Channing, to start out with.
Yeah, no problem. So I want to show you guys a few of the updates that I've made, and I'm hoping that this will help, one, fill any empty leadership seats that you might have for your chapter, but two, also just help with booking out sponsorships, because I know that that was kind of one of the bugaboo issues that we had last month. So I'm just going to share my screen. This is what the new emails will look like. So it'll have the new Mix and Mingle logo at the top. And then what we're going to do is, this is your first business sponsor. and it will actually link to their email so that they have a really easy way to get in contact with that business speaker, the next business sponsor with their information as well. But if you notice right in between at the end of those, it says if you'd like to sponsor a future chapter meeting for $30, reach out to the business booking leader listed below or by filling out this form. This links directly to their sponsorship form, which is now changed to the Mix and Mingle logo colors. So that's why it looks a little bit different. If you've used it before, it's the same form. It just has that new update. But I'm hoping that will help book out your sponsors without you having to do a lot of the legwork. And then we've got nonprofits, and then same thing. If you're with a local nonprofit and would like to speak at an upcoming chapter, it's the same form, but it directs them to get in contact with the nonprofit booking leader. So this is what the new emails will look like. This is Rose Creek's for next month, because here's the good thing. If you start using that sponsorship form, which I highly, highly recommend, as soon as your people fill it out, the admin team already gets your email ready to go. So literally Rose Creek is ready to go. The only thing we have to update is how many attendees we had. And we won't know that until the day of the event. But down here, it also, we're going to have all of your logos, all your contact information, and what seat, what leadership role that you're filling, so they know who to get in contact with. Now, on some of these, we don't have all the leaders yet. So like Yukon, I just have this one pulled up. We don't have a location/social media leader yet. We're missing a fourth leader. So what I'm doing on those groups is we're still looking, want to join our team, contact the front leader for more information. So that as your people that are attending get this email blast, if they're interested in potentially having a leadership position, the front leader can start that conversation with Sybil and they can kind of run through that process. So my hope is that you won't have to like hunt and hound for business sponsors or nonprofit sponsors or for leadership. So if there's ever a vacancy in any of your spots, this will hopefully help with those things just a little bit, because I know those were kind of big concerns for last month. Any questions on the update to the email? It's pretty standard, but I just threw in those little things. This is what your new QR codes will look like. Your QR code will not change month to month. It is the exact same QR code every single time. So the only thing that's going to change is if your leadership changes or the logos for your leadership changes. Okay. So basically, if your leadership's pretty steady, you can print this out and you can even laminate it, because this is not going to change. The only time it changes is if the leadership or the logos change. Okay. So that's pretty standard on that. Next, there is some information that we're missing. Everybody should have access to this spreadsheet. However, I'm sending everybody an email at the end of this with all of the leadership links. Okay, so it'll be as if you're a new leader. So if you're a veteran leader, you're going to recognize a lot of the links, but that way you guys have access to all of this. But if there's missing information here, like if you go through and you're like, well, I'm Steven, where's my logo? Why is it red? If it's red, it's because we're missing that information for you. We don't have it. And so you need to get with the admin team so we can fill in those gaps. If you don't notice, like I need to still add downtown Edmond here, feel free to tell me that. But these are all the chapters. It's in view mode for you guys, so you can't mess it up. Okay, so feel free to go in there and like open and close stuff and make sure all your information, but you won't be able to update it yourself. Okay, and that's because I don't have the patience to rebuild it every other day. So you're all viewers, you're not editors. Next, this is the chapter QR codes. So this is where your QR codes are going to live. This link is going to get emailed to you every single month. So don't feel like you have to save it or figure out where it is or anything like that. It'll get emailed to you every single month. But again, your QR code is not going to change unless your leadership or logos change. So if you need to reprint it every single month, this is where it will live. And this link will be emailed to you every single month. This is our flyer for the Conversations Over Cocktails that's going to be going out here shortly. Sybil and I still have just a few details to work out with on the sponsorships, but we are going to go ahead and start accepting sponsorships because I think we have a pretty good idea of what we're doing on that side, and we need to get that ball rolling so that we can cover the cost of the event and pay the deposit for the venue. So when this comes out, there is a QR code because right now we don't have any gold sponsors. That will take them to a leadership sponsor form, and they can select what level they want and put all their information in that the admin team needs and all that good stuff. As we get gold sponsors, I will add their logos onto this and then update it anytime it goes out. So gold sponsors are the only ones that go on the flyer, but that will get updated as we get those. This is the April calendar. Is it big enough where everybody can kind of just briefly look and make sure that their chapter is correct for April?
Channing,
Yes.
could you change it? We're South OKC and more.
Okay. Let me get the right piece of paper. I will get that updated for you, Marla.
Thank you.
Anybody else see any errors, issues, typos on their event?
On the Moore one, it says not Southeast 19th Street with a Y on the end. There shouldn't be a Y.
Okay.
Can you enlarge it a little bit more, Shannon, please? Oh, it's in English. Thank you very much. Thank you.
You're welcome. Yeah, I don't know Spanish, and I don't know enough German, and I figured that would be even less spoken by everybody.
So, okay. So ours is, okay, got it.
Should we put on there like there's Southeast 19th Street. I mean, South OKC, there's Southeast 19th and a Southeast 19th and more. Should we put on the locations, the town they're in, like Pelicans is Midwest City, not Del City. So can you add that to it?
Yes, on those two specific ones, yeah, we can because we have the space. One of the other things that we could maybe do to save some of the space is if we remove the @ symbols, I can fit a little bit more and shrink it up just a little bit so that on those ones that have kind of a double address, we can add the city below.
I think that would be a good idea.
For some reason, the calendar, I cannot see it like at all. It won't let me enlarge it. It won't let me do anything to make it bigger. So can somebody just read to me what it says for Shawnee?
Yes, Shawnee is the 11th at Billy Boy Barbecue, 120 West MacArthur.
Okay, perfect. Thank you.
And we do have the conversations over cocktails. It is not in the box because it is not a regular chapter meeting. However, it is listed here and it is listed here. Also, we do have that all chapters are 11:30 to 1 unless noted. So I know that we've got a prayer and the women in business are different time periods, but everything else is going to be the same. So I will make those edits. Other than that, I will send this. It'll come through as like a bulk email for you guys. And then also I will upload it to where the QR codes are. So whatever month we're in, that's where that calendar will also live. And when we have a new month, the new calendar will go in. Okay.
Good.
And this is how I'll upload it to you guys, but you won't see that side. That is all that I had, Sybil. Oh, you're muted still.
Yeah. Okay. Can you hear me now? I think it's if I'm charging my battery of my phone, it mutes on me in the car. So I'll try to talk fast because the battery's about dead. Anyway, so on that.
Oh, no.
We lost you again.
She must be in the storm. Oh.
Okay. How about now?
Yeah, now we can.
Now you can hear me?
Yes.
Okay. All right. So I was going to say, I think I want to go ahead and add the conversations over cocktails and the 2 no accounts, the no house.
Mhm.
I think that needs to be on the calendar, maybe in a different color, but I think it needs to be added to the calendar because I
Okay.
think if it's not added to the calendar, it's going to be overlooked.
Okay.
And I want everybody to know about it. So probably make it red, maybe like that burgundy red where it will stand out, or maybe blue or something like that, something where it will actually stand out. If we can fit it on there.
Yeah.
I don't know if you want to maybe I don't know, maybe make Friday and Saturday a little smaller. I don't know. And maybe put it there. However you need to do it. I think attention needs to be drawn to it. Of course, we're going to have a flyer for each one anyways, but I think it needs to be added to the calendar.
Okay. I'll make Sunday narrower. I don't want to decrease Saturday because then it's going to take away from women in business since we don't have anything on Sunday. I don't want to delete it because that gets confusing sometimes, but I'll make it as small as I can.
Okay, that'll work. And then next, we're starting a know-how event series, I guess you would call it. It's not really a series, but it's an opportunity to learn more. We've had quite a few different people come and do different presentations. They're like, you know what? I would love to do a training on this. Well, I think that's a big need. We have a lot of seasoned people in this group, but we also have a lot of brand new businesses that don't know a lot of stuff about how to network, maybe how to do a 30-second commercial, maybe how to keep in a positive mindset, how to deal with the cold calling environment. There's all kinds of things. So our very first one's going to be practical preparedness. You guys know, probably most of you have met Timothy. It's Brazier, I believe is how you pronounce his last name. So he does practical preparedness, and he is going to come and help us understand our environment to be proactive. It doesn't matter if it's at home, in the grocery store, in your car, in a restaurant. We need to all be prepared. We're living in a little bit of a crazy world right now, and it would be beneficial just to know what your environment is. One of the things when you walk in, look around, see what's going on, see if things look a little sketchy. Is it one of those things, do you stay, do you leave? If something escalates, how do I deal with that escalation? It's going to be an excellent training. And there's going to be hands-on training also. He also does like a first aid kit, and it's more than just first aid. It's the things that you want in it. And then he teaches you how to use those things that you want in this bag. So it's very, very timely right now. With these series, this one is going to be $40 per person to come. We're paying for the room, and they're getting paid also. They're certified. They don't do stuff for free. And I think $40 is like maybe a third of what they normally charge. So they're charging us a very minimal amount. It's open to anybody and everybody. Preferably lots of our Mix and Mingle people will come and support it, but we are doing 2 of them with him this time because I think it's going to be packed. One is on a Wednesday and one is on a Saturday. So we're giving options here. When you do register for it, you will pay through Venmo, and you need to make sure to put in the comments, which one are you coming to? Because we need to limit the space. It will only hold about 50 people for each one. So we need to make sure that we don't overbook one of them or the other. We do have a bunch more that will be coming. Trying to figure out, I've got you amazing leaders on here right now. So let me ask you guys. We have the Mix and Mingle chapters once a month. We have our Mix and Mingle conversations over cocktails once a quarter. How often do you think we should do these how-to events? Should we do it once a month? Should we do it once a quarter? I'm thinking once a quarter. And then the other one, because we'll have 1 month that we don't do anything other than just our regular chapter meetings. What about doing a leadership get together where all of us leaders have the opportunity to get together once a quarter? And I mean, in person, maybe go to Top Golf and play, to build our relationships and get to know one another. What do y'all think of that?
I personally love that.
Awesome. Who
Great
said
idea.
that? I couldn't see.
Gabby did.
Oh, cool.
I totally agree. I think they also have the break room. Have you got, I'm going there Sunday for the first time.
Let us
We
know
go
about
and
it.
break stuff. So, I mean, that would be like a team building, escape room, something like that.
I'm down
we
for a
have
rage
everyone
room, Nicole. That's a
together.
good idea.
Yeah. Yeah,
love
you
the
take
idea
pictures of your
of
boss and put them on the plates and break them.
What if I am the boss?
ex-husbands.
It's okay to
The
take your
mirror
own
as they
picture.
do
I've
it.
taken my own picture. There's days I don't like me. So, yeah.
Okay. All right, well then that's what we'll do. So on these how-to events, if any of you guys have something you want to train on, we'll probably do a 2-hour type of event, like on Saturday from 9 to 11. On a weekday, it'd be probably from 11 to 1. And probably do a training of about 45 minutes. And then that's time to get in, do some mixing and mingling. And then afterwards, if people need to leave or whatever. And those will be charged events. They're going to be like $20 to come to each one of those events. I have to pay for the room. We're also going to be getting snacks for everybody. The sponsor will pay us to come and speak because everybody's going to get that list of attendees. And once again, that speaker is going to be having a lot of advertisement right there. So they'll pay, and it'll probably be having come down to the total figure because the admin is still going to charge the regular price to have these, right? Because they got to put the QR code together. They got to put them in the CRM. They got to send out the email. So they're still having to do all the things they always have to do. So I'm thinking that in order to pay for the room and food and whatever else it may end up being, making it maybe for $80 for somebody to sponsor a 2-hour event. And I don't think anybody'd have a problem with that. I mean, I've gone and done lots of the lunch and learns, and I have to buy the lunch, which ends up costing me close to $200. Depends on how many people. So I don't think it's a bad price. What do y'all think?
I've paid more. I think that sounds great. And I know I would love to do it.
Excellent. Anybody else got a thought?
I will tell you, I do a lot of lunch and learns, and if we'll contact sponsors like insurance companies who can just come in and 1 minute introduce themselves before the meeting and be on that list, they'll provide the drinks and food and all, happy to do it just to get their information out there. Since this is a different kind of meeting when we have, I just deal mostly with realtors and stuff. And we do a lot of the lunch and learns. I make my own food if I don't have a sponsor, and it's so much cheaper and they like it better.
I was going to say we had, and I'm a realtor, but we had an insurance girl come in one time and she had brought this like big pot of something in the crock pot and it was amazing. Yep. And we actually thought it was special that she took the time to make it for us, even though she probably threw a bunch of stuff in the crock pot. It was still sweet,
They do, and that's one of the feedbacks I get that, I took the time to do that a little bit than just running through Walmart and picking something up. But, throwing a pork roast with barbecue sauce on it and some buns and chips, that's a cheap way to cut down some of those costs to where we can take that money. Because I don't think $80 is, I think it should be $100, or more, but that $80, if we could spend it somewhere else in our admin or.
That's the whole thing that I'm thinking, okay? Because right now I make no money for all the time and effort I put into this. So I'm thinking if I can make a little bit of money on that, right? To help compensate for all the time that I really do put into this. But then also
Oh, you cut out again.
Okay, there we go. I tell you what, I have to charge my phone because I'm dead. Let's see. Number one.
Like Jesus, we're going to bring you back to life. Hold on, we'll move the two.
Well, I planned on being home, but I came and gave blood and then I ran into a train. So, you name it. It just the way it goes. Anyhow, but I want to be able to make a little bit of money for compensate my time. I'm not trying to make a lot of money here. This is a heart thing and I want to give back. That's the main idea for this. But also, we're going to do VIP events too. There's a lot of different things we got in the works. We want to pamper you leaders. We want to pamper our sponsors that sponsor throughout the year. And then the Mix and Mingle conversations over cocktails for everybody. So that is for all the members that come, all the leaders, everything. But we want to focus on some of these other people a little bit even more. Does that make sense? And
Mhm.
this way we can bring in a little extra money to go towards that, because we don't want to charge them for these events. Like when we woo you guys, the leadership, it wouldn't it be awesome if we could pay for that and you guys not have to come out a penny for that? Wouldn't that be so cool to be able to do something like, I don't know, like going to the Top Golf thing? Wouldn't it be cool to be able to go do that and not have to pay a penny? Because we have reserves in our bank.
Yes.
Oh, yeah. Oh,
That's,
yeah, we're there.
that's why we need to make some money somewhere. And I thought, I want to keep everything free as much as we can. But I thought this might be an opportunity for these know-hows to charge $20 per person. Would that be something you guys would be willing? Do you think the group would be willing to pay that for 2 hours?
Absolutely.
100%, I would.
Yep, I agree.
Okay.
Yes,
Well,
absolutely.
okay, good. We're just trying to figure out how to make this work, but we want to be different than any other group, and we want to bring so much value. But I want to love on you guys too, because I really appreciate each and every one of you on here stepping up and being willing to be a leader. I really try to keep this as simple as we can. We do not, any of us, looking for another job. None of us have time for that. We have our own business. But I appreciate you guys taking that time to make sure you got sponsors, making sure you've got your nonprofit, making sure the meeting flows freely and well, and making sure that people feel welcomed. Those are all very important. And that is one thing I do want to make sure to mention, which you guys do a fabulous job. But I would always try to have a welcomer at the front door. And the reason being is we have new people every time. And you can tell who the new people are. When they come in, they're like, their eyes are just big. And they're like, what is this? You know, they don't know anything about it. So having that welcomer is super important. Plus, if you feel welcomed, you're going to come back. And that's what we want.
Also, the greeter can tell the group leader, hey, we have a new person here, and highlight them, make them feel more welcome that way.
Excellent. That's it. Yeah. And they can actually hand them to the next person or something along that lines. I like that. Another thing, what was I going to say? I was going to say something. Go ahead. Was there anything else anybody else got to say? I got to think a second.
There's one more automated email that you guys will get every single month. So you'll get your mastermind reminder once a month. Also, if you do accept the event on your calendar, it will remind you on your calendar. And that way you always have the link. And then, you know, that way it's going to the right email and all that. I just go based on your leadership application form, what email you gave me there. You'll have an event details form. And that is literally just to tell me who the leaders are, just so that I make sure I'm double checking that I didn't miss some change that I wasn't aware of. And then outside of that, it's just going to be reminding you about your sponsorship and sending you that form, which again, you don't fill out that form, your sponsors do. So I tried to reduce the amount of like actual tasks for the leaders so that it takes you guys less time, and tried to streamline it. We are 100% switching to a new CRM. So be a little bit patient with us. If you do notice issues, there is a help request form that I'm going to be sending out to everybody. Use that because that helps me track if there's a consistent issue, or if it's just a user error, or if it's just a setting on your computer or your phone that's maybe blocking it. But it should run really smoothly, and hopefully everything makes sense and all that good stuff.
I think it's just going to get smoother and smoother, and I really do appreciate it. I think Mindy did a fabulous job. It's just we're getting bigger and bigger and bigger, and so we need everything as automated as we can to make life easier for all of us. Two other things I wanted to mention real quick, so we're almost out of time. Number one, nonprofits. We have a nonprofit document. It's a Google Doc that you can add to and pull from. It's got over 120 some odd nonprofits in it. Please feel free to use that. I will make sure the new people get that. But everybody else, you should have gotten it. If you haven't, please reach out to me. I've added you, but I don't know what's happened to that. But please make sure to add your nonprofits on there, because we want to continue to grow that list, and we want to really support these local nonprofits. Number two, sponsorship. I need everybody's mindset to be a little bit different. We've got a lot of people thinking, oh, it's really hard to get a sponsor. I don't want to ask somebody for $30, guys. We need to look at it differently. It is a privilege to be able to sponsor a Mix and Mingle. Mix and Mingle's had over 1,600 people come through the door. Mix and Mingles are very, very well supported. They have a huge following. Anybody that gets the opportunity to get up and speak more than 30 seconds to a minute, it is a big value to them. And that's what we need to get across. It's like laying out the red carpet to them. You get 5 minutes to speak more about your business to between 30 and 50 plus people in the room. Plus you are spotlighted again on the email that goes out afterwards with the attendees. So it is a win-win all the way around. So I think if we start thinking of it that way, number one, that will make it easier to get them. Number two, think of the season we're in. We're in fall or spring right now. What do we need? Roofers for hail. We need storm shelter people. We need insurance reps so that we know what's going on. We need restoration. And there's a couple others I thought of the other day. Those are the type of people you need to be reaching out to. Look at your list of people that have come to your Mix and Mingle and see who you want to reach out to and say, hey, would you like to sponsor an event either March, April, or May? I know, Channing, yours are already pretty full, but a lot of us, we're not full, and this would be a great opportunity. Thoughts?
Also, when you guys are booking, we are actually going to be highlighting or hyperlinking their logo to their website now. So it will also help with their backlink rankings on Google and the traffic to their website. So their logo will actually be an active button on your email blast. And so that's just another thing that business owners are getting value from for super, super cheap.
Anybody else? Any other thoughts? You guys are quiet.
I'm excited
Is there
to see all the fun things you have planned.
Awesome. Well, thank you. Well, and I'm always open for ideas. I want you guys to know this is not my thing. This is our thing. Okay. This is all of us leaders thing. So I value y'all's opinion. You guys are the most amazing leaders, and I am so grateful to have you guys and all these extra minds. So please, if you got an idea, shoot it over to me. Let's talk about it. Let's see what we need to do and how we can make it work. Okay. Anybody got anything else before we hop off?
I know I've got a lot of new people on here, so make sure you fill out that leadership application that Sybil sent you, or if she hasn't sent it yet, she will be. That gets me all the information to actually add you on to the QR code, to the email, to the, everything. So if you don't fill that app out, you don't get any of the information because I don't have anything that I need to kick those automations off. So if you're new and you haven't filled it out, or even if you have, you're not new, but you want to see what it looks like, just let me know. I can send it to you. That way, when you're talking to other people about becoming a leader, you kind of know what the form looks like.
And do you want to put in the chat, maybe really quick, Channing, how they can get a hold of you, or is that just on the JOT form?
It's on the JOT form. As soon as they get the email, they'll start receiving all my contact information and the admin team.
Excellent. Well, I will send it out to the ones that are new because I have not sent it to everybody. The existing chapters, all of their new people should have it. The new chapters that have not launched yet, I have not sent it to you yet because I know you haven't got a location, but I'll go ahead and send it to you. You won't be able to fill that form totally out because you won't have a location or a space or any of that stuff yet, but I'll go ahead and send it to you so you can start getting the information. Sound good?
I'll add you. All are awesome.
Thank you, Channing, for everything you do. And of course, thank you, Sybil.
My pleasure. Thank you, each and every one of you, and we will see you all soon. Thank you a bunch.
Hasta la bye-bye. Oh, and I recorded this, so I'll email this to you. It'll just be like a private YouTube link. You don't have to rewatch it. It's more for the leaders that couldn't make it, or if you want to revisit something that we talked about, you'll have a link to go back and look back through the video, but it's not required.
Thank you, Channing.
No problem. Bye, guys.
Bye.
Bye.